All right, so the Steve Bannon interview that he did with Jeffrey Epstein is all the rave now, and I'm going to talk a little bit about it, on this episode of the MC Two Tall Show. Let's go.
Illuminati is a thing you need to watch out for. They want to depopulate and slave us so much more. World domination, I'll get into that later. I'm hardcore, fierce and sexy. You're just a hater. You deserve the ridicule because you're an absolute zero. I'm the keeper of the chalice, a rock and roll hero. I'm not an idiot nobody listens to, because I'm not a failure in life like you. Let's talk about Bill Gates and the mark of the beast and the orgies in the streets at the Catholic feasts and Bill and Hillary's human trafficking ring. And George Soros got the money to pay for everything. Socialism is for losers, working for the devil. Chumps that can't fight, they ain't on my level. It takes an evil one to try to debunk and doubt it, so I'd rather die than stop talking about it. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out for the Illuminati.
It's the MC Two Tall Show. I'm MC Two Tall. Now, we're going to talk about this interview that leaked out last January. And DJ Vlad took it and rebroadcasted it on Vlad TV on YouTube. And it was all fun and all, but what I got from the interview is like almost 2 hours of footage. Jeffrey Epstein was a bullshit artist. He was well educated, well astute, but a bullshit artist. He was a well astute bullshit artist. I wouldn't classify him as intelligent, but educated. He seemed to have learned a lot, and he learned to hone his talents of bullshit, and that's how he was able to get to the top and make his money. Now, you could get mad at him, or you could applaud him for that. Either way, that's how he made his money. That's how he got so rich, in my opinion. Question is, if you acquire his money the way he did, what do you do with that money? Do you do what he then did, which eventually landed him in jail, costing him his life? I believe that because he acquired all this money, he got paranoid and felt the need to put people in blackmail situations. Now, it's one thing to do that, but to use underage people for that scheme and scam and scar the lives of individuals for life, you're a shitty person if you do that. I think it's pretty cut and dry. It's pretty obvious. But that's the take I got from it. Jeffrey Epstein was a bullshit artist. He was a master bullshit artist. He was so good at it that he was able to make billions of dollars. Billions. And that... there's something to be said about that. And he could have done his bullshit scheme and scams to make it to the top without having to mess with little girlies. Plus, he had his own fetish for little girlies and would violently rape the little girls himself, according to what was said about him. Now, I wasn't there. I don't know if he did it, but there's enough people that say he did. When you got 5 or more people saying the same thing about you, that know you firsthand and they have the same thing to say about you and they don't know each other, there's got to be some truth to that. So, besides being a professional bullshit artist, it's safe to say he was a very cold and calculative prick. And Steve Bannon interviewed him. I'm guessing this interview took place right before he went to jail for the last time. But it kind of has you thinking. What type of person is Steve Bannon? And they say Donald Trump's name is coming up. Yeah. He's taken a couple of flights with Jeffrey Epstein. None to Little St. James, also known as Epstein Island. But Bill Clinton took plenty of trips to Epstein Island. What went on there? What went on there involving Bill Clinton? And they're supposed to hold Bill Clinton to contempt. I think James Comey. No, not James Comey. James Comer. Can't confuse the two. Comer is looking to hold him for contempt. But speaking of Steve Bannon, he went to jail for not showing up to court. So, Bill Clinton, as they say, no one's above the law, he should go to jail. Jail, jail, jail. A Clinton in jail. I would prefer Hillary more than Bill, but Bill's got his dirt. He's been to Epstein Island. So, jail, jail, jail for Slick Willie, Willie, Willie. Lots of jail. I think there should be a grand jury for Hakeem Jeffries, Stacey Plaskett, all these different characters that intertwined some way, somehow with Jeffrey Epstein post-2008. In 2008, that's when he was sitting in jail for diddling the kids. So he was already a known short eyes, as my friends who have been to jail would call that type of person. And they still did business with him. They still mingled with him. They still interacted with him. They saw him as a great guy. You know, just like people like Michelle Obama and Oprah Winfrey claimed that Weinstein was such a great guy. So these Weinstein and Epstein and characters like that, they get off scot-free. Well, Epstein not so much, but you get the picture. You get the idea. And that's it in a nutshell. Respect God, watch out for the Illuminati, like, follow, share, comment, subscribe, stay strong, keep kicking that slang. It's your boy in the building, hip-hop legend, recording engineer, underground rock and roll hero, your hardcore, fierce, and sexy host that is never gross, MC Too Tall.